Welcome back, fellow bookworms. Today we're diving into Arthur C. Clarke's sci-fi gem, A Meeting with Medusa. I promise you're in for a celestial ride, so buckle up. I must give props to my GSFC Sci-Fi Book Club for voting for this one. If you are new, let me introduce myself. I'm Olive, and this is Olive's Thoughts on Books. Now, let's quickly dive into why you should incorporate short stories as part of your reading repertoire. First, short stories are narratives that slowly intrigue and instantly resolve. So it is perfect for those who are short on time but love to read. The next reason is that due to its length, the writer and us, the readers, can hold the entire world of the short story in our minds at one time. And finally, the power of the short story that directly impacts Clarke's A Meeting with Medusa is that the more familiar that a story feels, the more powerful it is. And as we go along, you will see how Clarke has made this short story feel very familiar. So picture this, a dirigible floating 3 miles above the earth, and then the unthinkable happens, a catastrophic accident. And against all odds, our protagonist, Howard Falcon, is rescued from the wreckage. It's a gripping start that echoes real world tragedies, like the Hindenburg and the Titanic. As we all know, the Titanic was said to be unsinkable. So the tale starts out with obvious parallels between the Queen Elizabeth dirigible and the Titanic, indicative of the scale of this story's disaster. This was a devastating failure that deeply impacted our protagonist both physically and psychologically. Then we find Howard Falcon, our protagonist, 12 years later on a 3-day journey to Jupiter.
I got a plane, it's fueled up, it's ready to go, it's got your name on it.
He is aboard the spacecraft called Kon-Tiki. That's a nod to the Kon-Tiki expedition in 1947 of the Reed raft that crossed the Pacific Ocean from South America to the Polynesian Islands. So it is easy for you to see how Clarke is weaving history into the fabric of this sci-fi short story to invoke those powerful feelings of familiarity that makes short stories so evocative. We, the readers, are automatically identifying with the imagery because we are familiar with the references. Plus, with the Kon-Tiki connection, it adds layers as both vessels are sailing through seas, one of water and one of hydrogen and helium. So Jupiter isn't just a gas giant in this tale. There are booming vibrations from unidentified sources. And flying high in Jupiter's atmosphere are what look like manta rays, in addition to colossal jellyfish-like entities that are compared to the mythical Medusa. Now, of course, since the writing of this tale, there have been several unmanned NASA spacecraft sent to explore Jupiter since this story was written, and here are some of those stunning images. Of course, I will provide a link to those in my description. As the story unfolds, you are starting to wonder if this is going to be Howard Falcon's last voyage. But no spoilers here. Now let's dive a little deeper into the two main themes, exploration of space and mortality. Once an alien life form has been discovered, there is a tightrope balancing act between the prime directive and the safety of the human explorer.
My people have a strict policy of non-interference in other cultures. It's our prime directive.
It's a sci-fi exploration that sparks serious scientific pondering. There are no easy answers, and Clarke makes you think. So I hope I have sparked your interest in not only short stories, but also this sci-fi short story by Arthur C. Clarke, A Meeting with Medusa. It is a celestial ballet of tragedy, discovery, and humanity. Sci-fi at its best always leaves us with more questions than answers. So until next time, happy reading and keep exploring the cosmos of literature. Now don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you do not miss any of my upcoming content. Until next time, happy reading.